Hey, everybody. It is 11:01 Central Standard Time. Welcome to today's huddle call. Super excited that y'all are taking a few minutes on your day to get some encouragement, gain some knowledge. This is Natalie Kilbourne calling in from Springfield, Missouri. It was like 60-some degrees yesterday. It's in the 30s today. I wish I was in California or Florida, and I know our guest speaker on today's call, Nick Martinez, is in the tundra of the Arctic Minnesota snowstorm right now. So, Nick, are you on the line?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can. How's the weather?
It is snowy. We got about 10 inches of snow last night. Just got done shoveling the driveway. Out driving around on these icy roads right now. It's lots of fun.
Were you keto-fied when you were shoveling? Did it give you a little extra power?
Oh, yeah. I had my keto cream, and then I pounded my keto OS right afterwards, so I'm feeling good.
Good. Well, awesome. Well, guys, I know you probably saw the text. Today we are talking about the comp plan. We're talking about the reward system through the company where you get paid to help people get started as either a customer or a promoter. And I think a lot of people have questions. If you need documentation to be looking at, make sure on the main page of your when you log into your Prüvit back office, if you scroll down on the left, there's the Downloads tab, and you can look at it one of two ways. You can look at the Rewards Game Plan Summary, which is the version I like because there's pictures and graphs and easier to understand, or you can look at the full version of the rewards plan. That's also there. So one of the things that I'd recommend doing is looking at the summary, seeing if you understand what the summary says, and then if you need further clarification, dig into the full plan and just get that little micro piece. Another great way that you can learn the comp plan is when you're getting paid on things. If you go to your rewards tab in the back office, you can actually click on, like, let's say you want to see the Go MVP pool bonus. You can click on that, and then there's a button right there that says More Info, and it will actually give you the text. That I've learned the comp plan is from Nick Martinez. He is an incredible guy. He thinks in what? Oh, I'm sorry. My husband was whistling at me. The brain that just doesn't look at the numbers like his brain does. He's a pilot. So he's very methodical. He works on checklists and things like that. And so I can't wait for you guys to learn some comp plan from Nick. So, Nick, getting started, let's say we're talking to everybody on the phone and they just started this morning. What would you say, in order to earn great money in our comp plan, what would be like comp plan 101 in getting started?
Awesome. That's a great question. Whenever I sign somebody up, my goal for them is to earn in their first 30 days $1,000 to $1,500. And I bet you everybody on this call, you guys would agree that that's a good goal for the new people that you get started. So what I'm going to do real quick is just kind of go through how you can earn that $1,000 to $1,500 and then how you can help other people. And by doing that, by duplicating that, you're going to start to unlock all the pieces of this comp plan, and you can really start to make a significant income. So what Natalie mentioned just a second ago is very important, because while this comp plan is pretty complex and it has a lot of numbers and a lot of cool features to it, it's actually fairly easy to learn as you go. And the way that you do that is what Natalie said. You go to your rewards tab and you just start clicking, and you watch as it starts to happen. You can get bogged down in that 22-page compensation plan document and get so stressed out over all the little fine print and all the little details in there. Honestly, that stuff does not matter. What matters is the stuff that's on your rewards tab in your back office. So that's really where you want to start. So let's say that you just got started today, and you're a brand new promoter, and I'm talking to you saying, hey, I want to help you earn $1,000. Here's what we're going to do. First thing that we're going to do is go find 2 customers and 2 promoters. It's that simple. We call it Go Pro. You have 14 days to do it in, and you can choose when those 14 days start. For those of you who are brand new, this is how it works. For those of you that have been in for a while, this is a new feature. We call it a Go button. And in your back office, when somebody new enrolls, there's a button that says Go. They have an option of when they want to click that button. That starts their Go challenge, and they have the Go Pro and the Go MVP challenge. Once they click that button, it begins. There's a total of 30 days for that, 14 for the Go Pro and 30 for the Go MVP. Now, with that Go challenge comes a lot of great incentives. And now that you have the opportunity as a new promoter to choose when it starts, you're really set up for success. Okay, and the only caveat with starting it is that if you don't start it within the first 14 days, it will start on its own on the 15th day. So somebody that signs up brand new can essentially, start taking the product. The product might take 5 days to a week to get there, and then they can, take it for another few days and then say, all right, I'm ready to go. I'm going to tell my friends about it, and click that Go button, and then they're off to the races. So Go Pro, Go MVP. These are the 2 drivers to get this plan going. These are the 2 drivers that are really going to make you successful if you build a team that all go pro, go MVP, and that's what they do with their new people. So we're going to spend a good amount of time on this just because it is the most important thing that you can do for your business. And if you ever get stuck, if you ever get a few months in, you're like, man, I'm not making any money, what's happening? Just go back to the basics. You, again, in that month, go pro, go MVP. Go get your 2 customers, 2 promoters. Go get your 2 customers, 2 promoters. So that's all it is. So go pro, let's talk about real quick. Within the first 14 days after clicking that Go button, what you need to have is 2 customers that order a minimum of a can, and then 2 promoters that order a minimum of the Go Pack. Now, if your customers don't order the can, maybe one of them did the 15 serving, and maybe one of your promoters didn't come in with the Go Pack, maybe they came in with a little bit less, you're just going to need another customer or another promoter. In a perfect world, you're going to get 2 customers at a minimum of a can, 2 promoters, minimum of the Go Pack. You're going to meet the qualifications for Go Pro. You're going to need a total of $1,500 in team volume, basically the total dollar volume that was spent within your group needs to be $1,500. Now, don't worry about memorizing those numbers, because if you log into your back office, you click on the Rewards tab, you're going to see the Go Pro bonus drop-down. You're going to click on it, and you're going to see your progress on each of those. Okay, that's going to help you. Now, what happens when you hit that? Great things happen when somebody hits Go Pro. First off, you get a $250 bonus. Shoot, I know I liked getting that $250 bonus. I know your new person wants it. You're also going to get 100 Prüvit bucks that you can use towards free product, and you're going to double your level 2 and 3 Go Fast, and you're going to unlock your level 4 Go Fast bonuses. We're going to talk about those in a minute. So it's a really, really cool thing, a big deal when you hit Go Pro. In order to hit Go MVP, that's the next one. Go MVP is a pretty simple level to hit, and all you have to do to hit it is duplicate what you just did with Go Pro. Get 2 more customers, 2 more promoters. You have a total of 30 days to have that. So it ends up being 4 and 4. I often get the question, well, if I missed Go Pro, can I still go MVP? Absolutely. MVP is separate from Go Pro, and you just have to have a total of 4, 4 customers, 4 promoters, same minimums, kind of that can for the customers and the Go Pack for the promoters. Again, if they sign up as something different, you can just sign up another one to get the volume met. And you have to have a total of 3,000 in team volume. And once again, to find out where you're at, you just click on that the Rewards tab. You drop down on the Go MVP, and you'll be able to see. Now, here's a beautiful thing. Here, once you hit MVP, they're going to get $500, or you're going to get $500 bonus on top of the money that you've already earned. If you didn't hit Go Pro, Your level 2, level 3 will double, level 4 will unlock for the Go Fast. You're going to get another 100 Prüvit bucks, and you're going to start to get shares in the MVP pool. Okay, this is a whole nother piece of the comp plan, but for the rest of your career with Prüvit, you're going to have the ability to get shares in this Go MVP. Super, super cool stuff as far as comp plan over time. It really, really adds to your compensation. So that's the mechanics of getting started. Let's talk just a little bit about what the kind of comp plan we have, how to really maximize it long term, and what it looks like. So if somebody asks you, well, what kind of compensation plan do you have? You know, they may have some networking experience. The answer to that really is just we have a uni-level compensation plan. Basically, our plan pays through 8 levels, and it's designed to pay you for getting a group of people together that gather customers who are purchasing our product on a monthly basis. The more people that are purchasing it, the more your compensation is going to be. Oftentimes I get questions. In fact, I'm sitting outside in my car about to go in and talk to this guy about how our comp plan works. And he wants all the details, but you know, it's not really worth spending an hour talking about all the details in the comp plan, because unless you're putting volume through it, unless you're driving customer activity and new promoter activity, you're not going to get paid any of that money, so it really doesn't matter. But here's what I will tell him as we sit down. First, I'm going to go through what I just said, Go Pro, Go MVP. Doing that, you're going to make somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500 in your first month minimum, okay? And if you can show somebody that, hey, just started, I'll help you make $1,000 to $1,500 your first month, no questions asked, easy, we can do it. It's a really, really great way to just get them started. Now, they want to keep making money. When we were in Las Vegas, I kind of went through a little equation that you can use to kind of just generally determine how much kind of residual income you can make with our plan. If you just take the number of promoters that you have times the number of customers that they kind of average, and then times that number by 100, that gives you your total volume, and then you on average get about 5%. So the reality is if you went and found 10 promoters who each had, say, 3 customers, and then add themselves in there, so maybe there's 4 orders that they each have each month. So you have 40 people that are ordering the product times 100. That's 4,000. 5% of that is about $200 a month in straight residual income. Okay, that's a really, really neat deal, because as that starts to duplicate, you can do the math on it. Once you have, say, 100 promoters, wow, now we're talking $2,000 a month in residual income. $2,000 a month that instead of you having to go work for each month, it's coming in. I mean, that's the kind of income that you want, the kind of income that creates some serious power in your business. Now, the important thing is that we have a compensation plan that really, really rewards that customer behavior, rewards you to have customers, and will pay you in the long term. So I'm going to run through real quick a couple more of the ways that we get paid, so that, you know, just to give you a little bit of excitement. Now remember, as I go through this stuff, I don't want a million of you guys inboxing me on Facebook to ask me the details on the percentage and on this and that, because the reality is it doesn't matter. The only reason I kind of know it is because I am currently, as we talk, I am scrolling through my rewards tab, and I am reading to you what's on it, okay? So it's nothing that you can't just find on your button there. It's nothing that really is it's not something that you have to memorize or know. It's just something to be aware of. So that's my caveat. One of the fun things that we have is our champion car bonus. I mean, I'm sitting in my champion car right now. It's a Infiniti QX60. Really nice car. The reason we got it because it has the second row of seats. My wife wants to be able to tote around our soon-to-be 2 children and their cousins, all in car seats in this vehicle. So it's just this massive luxury car. It's wonderful, and Prüvit gives us $800 per month towards the payment on this car. So how do you earn that? A lot of people are asking, because that's really cool. I don't know if you saw a post on Facebook I did yesterday I was able to sell the vehicle I was driving, which was paid for. It was a Toyota Venza. I sold it for cash, quite literally cash, because the person brought me 50s for it, and I was able to deposit all of that cash into my savings account. So because Prüvit's now paying me $800 a month so that I can drive this nice car, I was able to increase my savings account significantly because I sold a paid-for vehicle. I mean, how cool is that? So how do you earn that car bonus? Well, you need to have a total of $30,000 in volume on a monthly basis in your group, $15,000 of which has to come from your team. Now, team volume and group volume, let's talk about that real quick. Team volume is anything in your first 3 levels that you have created. Basically, anybody that you've personally sponsored, and your first 3 levels is your team volume. Okay, that's the part that you really can kind of control, that you can tap into, that you can work with. Group volume is anything below that and maybe anything that happened to have been placed. So you need 30,000 group, 15,000 team. What does that look like? It just looks like you helping a lot of people go pro, go MVP. In a perfect world, let's say you just got started this month and you wanted to just, bam, hit it next month, you got to go help 10 people go MVP because they're each going to have 3,000. Now, you're not going to have to probably do that many because a couple will do a ton. Some others won't do that much, but you're going to have some volume coming. So maybe it's 5, maybe it's 10 people in a month need to hit that to go MVP, and you'll hit your car, your Champion 6 car bonus. Okay, that is a really cool spot. When you hit that spot, a lot of other pieces of the comp plan start to light up. Okay, and when those pieces light up, it's really cool. So if you're looking on your computer right now, you'll see one that is called a Champion Commission Bonus. This is a bonus that you start to get paid, which is on top of our current residuals, and it's paid through generations. Now, I'm not going to go into what a generation is, but let's just call it an infinity bonus. It pays you really, really deep. I think right now the deepest person in my business is maybe 10 or 11 levels down, and I'm only paid through my 3rd generation. So I still have deeper and deeper to go as far as compensation goes. And this bonus is actually going to add on to my typical 5%. So we talked about how the uni level is 5% down through 8 levels as you start to unlock it. Well, now with this Champion bonus, you're going to get to start with a 1% additional, and then as you hit level 7, level 8, level 9, level 10, it goes up to as much as 5% on some of your generations. So you're not just going to be making the 5% from your uni level. You're going to have another percentage added to that, which is really, really, really cool. Another fun one is the residual match bonus. And this bonus is just so amazing. It blows my mind every time I look at it. It was a huge piece of my check last month. I know for many people who have started to develop a good business, the residual match is just a phenomenal source of income. What it is you're going to get paid at least 10% on your first 3 levels, kind of a match. So if you sponsor somebody, they're making $1,000 a month, you're going to get $100 a month on that person. There's a way that once you hit level 5 and you hit some certain qualifications, meaning you have 4 customers and 4 promoters, you're going to be able to unlock 20%. So instead of getting 10, you're going to get 20%. And that doesn't just go for your first level. It goes for your second. It goes for your third. It is super, super cool, and it really can be a significant income. So it's not something that when you sit down with somebody, it's hard to give them numbers. It's hard to say, hey, you're going to make an extra $5,000 a month just from this little piece. What I like to tell people is, hey, would it be nice if you brought in 10 people and they're each making $1,000 a month? Would it be nice if the company gave you another $2,000? I mean, and what if they actually did that same kind of match through your first 3 levels? If you were to really work hard at this and say you went out and sponsored just 10 people and they did the same and the same, like you do the math on that, the number of people in your first 3 levels is astronomical, and now you're getting paid a percentage on each of them. Okay, now here's the thing. In direct sales, as you start to build this, your compensation starts to increase. Sometimes it doesn't increase on these residual pieces as fast as you would like it to, but it's there. Okay, it's there, and it's there if you're willing to build this for the long term. Most of us listening to this call right now are probably less than 5 months old, meaning we were born 5 months ago in this company, and we've just been building it since then. So you've only gotten to see like the compounding effect of a few months worth of work. Okay, now just imagine what it will look like a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, as you give it time to progress. Okay, as you give your friends time to share it with their friends, time to share it with their friends, time to share it with their friends, as that starts to happen, you're going to see these pieces really start to come into play. Okay, Prüvit does have money up front to kind of pay you for your time. That's that GoPro Go MVP plus the Go Fast. I'm going to talk real quick about the Go Fast, and then I'm going to end it on one last piece of the compensation plan. But the Go Fast bonuses are paid every week. You'll see that under your rewards tab. And what Go Fast bonuses do is they pay you right now for the work that you're doing, and they pay you up front on your promoters. Now, these are a higher percentage than that kind of long-term residual money. These are 20% on your directs, 5%, then 10%, and then if you hit the GoPro or Go MVP, you're doubling that 2 and 3, so you're getting 10 and 20, and then on your fourth, you're actually getting 5%. And this is paid one time. This is the first month's pay. So if you sponsor somebody on a Go Pack, the volume on that is $300. So if you sponsor them directly, you're going to get 20% of that. You're going to get $60 for that week's kind of check on that. And then as they sponsor people and they sponsor people, you're going to continue to get this Go Fast money. This is your weekly pay. What my goal is to drive as much weekly pay as possible, because the more weekly pay I get, it means that I'm building a bigger back end. I'm bringing more people in who are going to gather customers. They're going to, as they gather customers, I'm going to start getting paid on them residually on a monthly basis. So that Go Fast money is kind of a barometer of your business. If your Go Fast check for last week was 0, there's a problem. That means you're not actively bringing people in. That means the people that maybe you've brought in are not actively building this business either. You need to do the same thing, meaning you need to keep bringing people in and keep helping them do the same thing. So use that Go Fast check as a barometer of what your business is doing. Okay, anytime you have a 0 week, ask yourself, why did I have a 0 week? Well, I probably didn't get enough samples out. I probably didn't do enough follow-up. Okay, you need to be driving that weekly check, because that weekly check is what's going to fuel this compensation plan. Because the more people that you have that are out there promoting, the more customers that are going to come in, the more volume that's going to go through the plan, and the more that you're going to be able to unlock each of these pieces. All right, the last thing I want to end this call on is just kind of a picture, a vision of what this can do for you. Okay, imagine if all you did for the next year is every month let's say you just brought in 2 customers and 2 promoters. You said, you know what, go slow and steady wins the race. I'm just going to bring in my 2 and 2 every month. I'm just going to be super consistent with that. Okay, if you do that, and you help those people go pro, go MVP, and teach them how to do the same thing, and you're consistent with it, I can almost guarantee you that come the end of 2016, you're not going to recognize your life. Okay, you're not going to recognize the ability to put money in your savings account, maybe the ability to pay off debt, the ability to pay your mortgage with your part-time business. Okay, myself, a bunch of the people on the call right now have done that for the last 5 months. Okay, I got started in September, beginning of September, and all I've really done is brought in a few people each month, and I've been very, very consistent. Okay, one of the big drivers in this plan, in order to qualify for the MVP pool, you have to have $800 of new volume each month. Okay, I've made sure that I've brought in $800 worth of new people each month in order to unlock that MVP pool. Okay, you have to make sure that you have at least $400 worth of customer volume and $400 worth of promoter volume each month in order to make sure that you're maximizing the different pieces of the comp plan. That's something I should have mentioned before, but each month you need to make sure that you have 4 customers who ordered that at least are producing $400 worth of business volume. You need to have 4 promoters that are each purchasing at least $400 worth of business volume. That will ensure that you have all these things open. Now, if you do that, if you're consistent, if you're bringing new people in each month, if you're helping them, okay, you're going to be able to hit level 7 champion. And level 7 is when you have $100,000 in volume. And now maybe if you're new on the call, you're thinking, man, I just want to hit $1,000 in volume. I get it. Okay, but just think for a second. If you're consistent, if you just do a little bit, and you have your people do a little bit also, and say by next year this time or at the end of the year you've hit level 7 champion, what does that look like to you? Well, I could tell you the average level 7 champion is earning a 6-figure income, meaning over $100,000 a year with this compensation plan. And I could also tell you they're probably not working this 40 hours a week. They probably have a full-time job like I do. They're probably, busy with family, busy with kids, and just fitting this where they can. And at the same time, they're earning a 6-figure income. Okay, how cool? What does that feel like for you? What does that allow you to do? And it's because of that I'm excited, because a lot of us have been able to achieve that, and now you're like, holy smokes, I just want to help other people achieve that. Because when you hit that level, when you start to see that this plan start to really pay out, it just becomes incredible. It becomes life-changing. It becomes something that you want the people around you to experience so that they can have that also. Okay, so if that's something that you're interested in, remember what we started with at the very beginning of this call. It was go pro, go MVP. Get your 2, get your 2, get your 2, get your 2. Get that rhythm down, get that into your head, and duplicate that with the people that you bring in, and you're going to start to see that 6-figure residual income starting to come into your bank account, and you're going to get to be excited to share that with people. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully that gave you some nuggets. Remember, your job is not to learn or be able to regurgitate this compensation plan. Your job is to bring in new customers and bring in new promoters. Stick with those activities, and you'll watch as this plan starts to unlock and light up for you and how exciting it's going to be. So with that, I'll turn the call back over to you, Natalie.
Nice. I do have one question. I'd love for you just real quick to touch on the really unique part of our comp plan, the Prüvit bucks. How can people earn Prüvit bucks? How can what are like some super simple strategies that I can not only just use those Prüvit bucks for myself, but how can I build my business by earning Prüvit bucks?
Awesome. So I definitely should have touched on that in the very beginning. One of the most important things for the Go Pro is helping somebody get their 2 customers. So if you're new on this call and you don't have 2 customers yet, go out and get those new customers. Get 2 of them. If you have 2 customers in a month, Prüvit is going to give you Prüvit bucks. What are Prüvit bucks? They are free credits towards product. So how do you earn them? You have 2 customers. How do they determine how many Prüvit bucks to give you? They take the average of those 2 customers' orders. They're always going to take your highest 2 customers, and they're going to divide them by 2. So if you had a customer that, for round numbers, let's say you had one that ordered $100 worth and one that ordered $200 worth. They're going to add them together. They're going to divide by 2. That's 300 divided by 2 is $150 that they're going to give you in Prüvit bucks. You're going to be able to take those Prüvit bucks. You're going to be able to go in, create a coupon for yourself. There's a tab in your back office that says Manage. You're going to click on that. There's a wallet button on there. You're going to click on the wallet. You're going to create Prüvit bucks within that. If you have questions, ask your sponsor. They'll be able to help walk you through it. And you're going to be able to use those Prüvit bucks to buy more product. And what do you do with that product? You either sell those samples or you give them away. And the more people that you get that product into, the more customers and promoters that you're going to be able to bring in. So you've got to have those 2 customers. And here's how you can really build with that is you want your people that just came in to get their product for free. Maybe they're coming in right now. You want to make sure, even if they're not going to hit Go Pro or Go MVP, maybe they're not that motivated, they probably at least don't want to pay for their product. So you're going to make sure that they're not paying for their product by helping them have their 2 customers. Hopefully that answers the question, Natalie.
Yes. another thing you can do that's really cool is you can take, let's say you have those $150 in Prüvit bucks in your Prüvit bucks wallet. You can access that through the wallet, and you can actually make gift cards or coupons, however you want to call it, for product credits to give those to somebody else. So let's say I was talking to Nick. I really would love for Nick to try it. And Nick says, I really want to do a month supply, but, $130 right now or $144 right now is really stretching it for me. Well, if I have $150 in Prüvit bucks, I can say, hey, Nick, would it help you out if just kind of this one time, because I love you, because you're a great friend of mine, would it help you out if I gave you a coupon for $50 off your order? What do you think Nick's going to say? Nick's going to say, absolutely, that's awesome. So I can go in through my wallet. Oh, go ahead.
Hopefully that is something that will be allowed in the future.
Is it not live right now? I think it's live right now.
Currently, you have to give them exactly the amount or more of what they're purchasing.
Oh, well, I was under the impression that changed in Vegas. So if it didn't change, y'all, I am sorry, but let's pray that gets changed. Let's all hit customer support and tell them we want it to be like that.
Please do. In fact, I love that idea, and I tried it, and it didn't work. But if they've changed it, I am super excited because I love that concept.
Wouldn't that be cool to give people $25, $50, here's $10 off your order? Because a lot of people, they just need that one little thing to kick them over the edge, and a $25 credit or a $15 credit would be enough for them to say, oh, okay, I'll do it. I'll try it, So let's all hit support
yes.
And
let's
tell them we want
collaborate
adjustable credits.
And let's email support and say, hey, I would really like it if I was able to use partial credits for my Prüvit bucks.
Yeah.
And if enough people ask, they'll probably change it.
Don't mention this call or Nick or my name, but just say it was your unique idea.
There you go. I love
Sorry
it.
to jump the gun. I totally thought that was live since Vegas. But, well, Nick, this is a promoter-only call, so, it's not an income call or an income enticement call to say, man, if you get started, you're automatically going to make $1,000 just by getting started. This is a hard work plan. This is a plan that you get into. You're not working hard like digging a ditch, but you're working hard like consistently doing the activities every single day to get you where you want to go. So a little income disclaimer, there's no guarantee that anybody makes money, right? There's no guarantee that you're going to become a Champion 7 and all those things. But what I know from not only working in this plan but other network marketing plans and Nick as well, if you do the work, if you stay consistent, if you're introducing it to people, if you're having keto conversations, if you're plugging into calls like this, it works. The plan pays out. My check always cashes. I know a lot of people are looking forward to their check on the 15th because it's the biggest check in network marketing they've ever gotten, which should be a sign that we're really onto something here. So don't just get started and think, well, this isn't working, because the issue is, are you working, right? The plan plays. The plan plays. Nick and I had a mutual mentor one time, and he said, the comp plan is generated by a computer. So the computer doesn't know whether you're from Yale or you're from jail. It doesn't care what your background is. It doesn't care what your race is. It doesn't care what your social status is or your experience. The computer, through the comp plan, just pays for the activity that's entered into the computer. So everybody has, it's such an equalizer. You'll see some people who have never done a business like this before, maybe have no background in anything like this, and they just hit the top. Amazing. And you'll see somebody enter who thinks they know everything, they've got a lot of skills and a lot of background in sales, and they're just going to kill it, and they don't do anything. So the comp plan is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter whether you're from Yale or jail, right, Nick?
That's right.
And so, we're really excited to help you guys any way we can. Nick, you have been absolutely fantastic. I know you got raving reviews in Vegas for for just doing an exceptional job training on comp plan. But y'all, Nick is right. Like, I don't have this stuff memorized. I just access it through my back office, click the little tab to take me down into that specific area, and then I just read. If I have questions, I just go back to it and I read it again. And one of the best ways to learn the comp plan is to make money through the comp plan, because as things start opening up, you're like, oh, I understand how that works. And you can see actual names like, oh, I made this percentage on this person, or I got paid this much on the MVP pool. So just stay consistent, get those samples out there, talk to more people, get them on calls, get them on three-ways, let the tools do the talking for you. And this comp plan is absolutely awesome. So, Nick, thank you so much. I know you've been pulled over in your car on this snowy Minnesota day, taking time out of your busy schedule to chat with everybody. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye.